Ramadan Kareem to all my Muslim brothers and sisters out there. During this holy month, we fast for upwards of 10 waking hours, and there are times where we really feel the struggles of this. In this video, I share with you the foods which I eat and which I avoid during the month, in order to make the fast as healthy and as bearable as possible. Now, this video is entirely what works for me. I am not a nutritionist, so any facts I tell you about the following foods is entirely copy and pasted just to make the video more presentable. So sit back, relax and enjoy the foods that I enjoy most and the foods that I steer clear from during Ramadan. The first food to eat is a fruit salad. After I've eaten my 3 dates, the first thing I do is eat a fruit salad. Fruits are very easy to digest and have plenty of natural sugar, which gives you the boost in blood glucose you have been lacking all day. But you can't just have one type of fruit, that's not going to work. Each of them have something different to replenish. You've got bananas for that potassium deficiency, oranges for vitamin C, melons for that magnesium, and so on and so forth. Additionally, a lot of fruit equals a lot of fiber, meaning your body will get used to eating that large meal that you have been waiting for all day. Speaking of foods that you have been waiting for all day, the number one thing which I highly discourage you to eat during Ramadan is protein powder mixed with just water. Okay, I get it. We've had no protein all day, meaning our gym gains are at an all-time low. But take it from me, never, under any circumstance, break your fast with protein powder. Let's start off with the fact that it tastes like anti-throw-up medicine, which, even the taste of it is making me gag in my mouth. If you know, you know. But do you really want your body to break down something complicated as pure liquid protein when it hasn't even broken down anything in like 10 hours? If you insist on consuming protein powder, I would highly encourage that you eat it with Greek-style yogurt. Greek yogurt is a staple in my day-to-day nutrition as it is excellent for recovery and it goes with pretty much anything. It's incredibly filling, which is great for blunting the hunger that we've all felt before sunset. But most importantly, it's rich in probiotics, which are friendly bacteria that are good for your gut, helping you digest more complicated foods after that. Also, it goes with pretty much anything, including the fruit salad from before, honey, protein powder, and what have you. Greek yogurt is a great fruit, which I highly encourage you add in your fridge. Alright, my next food to avoid is eggs during suhoor. This is entirely anecdotal, but every single time I have eggs for suhoor, I taste it the entire next day. Every single time. In fact, last year I had to deal with indigestion for like 10 days after. Nope, no more eggs for me. And I really like eggs. They have plenty of protein and are a great source of vitamin D. And let's face it, they taste good. All I'm suggesting is if you're gonna eat them, don't eat them before bed. That's all I'm saying. I mean, that's just me. Next food which I absolutely adore during Ramadan is sparkling water. Again, this is entirely personal preference, but I really like drinking sparkling water when it's time to break the fast. One of the biggest fears I have during this time of the month is indigestion. An upset stomach can make every waking hour of the fast absolutely brutal. But I refuse to break it because I'm an idiot and I'd rather be sick all day. Not a problem. When I drink sparkling water, it feels like the stomach acids get neutralized and my stomach, and more importantly my toilet, really forgives me for eating too fast. Some may complain about, it's a fizzy drink, you shouldn't really have that because of the excess gas in your system, but I don't really feel as bloated as a result of that. And if you don't like sparkling water, a good substitute which I recommend is lemonade, so like Sprite, San Pellegrino. Though do consume in moderation because added sugar is a bit of an L. Next food to avoid, pizza. Story time. Last year at uni, I did some field work on the coast of Exmouth. It was really fun. Measured the sand, looked at some rocks. Good times. Ish. Anyways, on the last night, I was craving some Domino's pizza, and you bet your ass that I ate some on the last day we were there. The problem is I was overlooking the final morning task, and I will hold my hands up and say that I contributed nothing to that. We got 5 out of 10, and the reason for that is because I was done from minute 1 all the way to 8 PM when it was time to break. Anecdotal story 2. A few years back, during the fast in, I want to say June, I remember me and my cousins, we were going to the beach that day, and we came back about 9 PM after a long, hard day of relaxing on the beach, whilst playing football and keeping ourselves entertained. You know, like I don't like sunbathing, so it's boring. Obviously we're going to do activities. But because we all arrived so late, and we were so drained we couldn't be asked to cook anything, we decided to order from Pizza Hut and share that good Italian dough between us. When it was time to wake up for Suhoor, I probably chucked up in my mouth about twice. Do you see what I'm getting at here? Don't eat pizza. Next to yes food, nuts. Let's be honest, the temptation to snack is strong when we've fasted all day. So let's make the right decisions. Nuts, such as almonds, cashews and walnuts, are perfect to eat throughout the night, as not only can they potentially fight inflammation, a huge problem during daytime workouts, but also they are rich in zinc and iron. And besides, a handful of nuts has plenty of protein and fiber. Just make sure you're not allergic, because holy smokes, the last thing you want to do is to stab yourself with an EpiPen when you're trying to have a good meal. And my final no-no food is an excess of carbohydrates during Suhoor. Look, I understand that carbs are easy to digest, easy to cook, and usually have a lot of variety. I mean, the way you cook rice is not the way that I cook rice, but either way, it's nice. No rhyme intended. And you know what? I can't just have my salmon by itself. I have to have it with noodles and fish sauce. But here's the thing. Carbs fill you up, or at least they filled me up, for about 4 hours or so. And then after that, I'm done. I'm completely drained, I'm hungry, and I feel it. The fast, it just hits me like a truck. Moreover, on the days where I have carb-based meals for Suhoor, I am done after 4 PM. Like, that's me done, and I'll spend about 3 hours procrastinating. Now, I'm not one of those pricks that says
all carbs are bad, avoid them at all cost.
Because they are good for that quick and easy satisfaction. But please balance it out for the sake of longevity. You don't want to run out of energy before the day is done. And my final food for this video is obviously a yes food, and it is salt. I'm gonna burn this myth that has been ingrained in your head since childbirth. Salt is healthy. Salt has many electrolytes and nutrients such as potassium, sodium, calcium, all of which are MIA during the day. Additionally, salt helps you stay hydrated. Not the other way around, it helps you stay hydrated. And I don't know why anyone thinks differently. I mean, look at this article for example. Look at the WAS I had to read when doing research for this video. Food with high sodium content. Sodium can dehydrate the body and retain fluids. I'll repeat that. Sodium can dehydrate the body and retain fluids. Make that make sense. If you're retaining the fluids, you are, by all definitions, hydrated. There's a reason why MMA fighters avoid salt when they cut weight, because they want to get rid of the water. Salt helps you with retaining water. And finally, this was really surprising when I read this. Natural salts, such as Himalayan salt and sea salt, have actually shown to improve your circulatory system. So all that nonsense you've heard about salt clogging up your arteries might be true, I'm not going to say it's not. But there's evidence to counteract the only weakness that everyone is screaming about salt, that it clogs up arteries, when it's been shown that sea salt and Himalayan salt can actually improve your circulatory system. It's weird that everything I've ever heard about salt is somewhat and almost completely wrong. So in conclusion, add salt to your meals after iftar. And that's going to be the video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed, hopefully you can find it helpful. Are there foods that you recommend during your fast? Are there some foods that you've been poisoned by because you've consumed something that you otherwise shouldn't? Do let me know in the comments down below. I think a lot of viewers would find that information very useful. Please like, favourite, share, subscribe, and of course, make sure to view.